Hello lovebirds, TonyaTko here. And as you can see, today is ManDay. We're making a video specifically geared towards men. And so today's topic is a really juicy topic, and I get written about not this in particular. Today's video is about how to ask a woman out on a date. This also applies to girls as well. So the information is applicable to both younger guys and older guys. But the thing that generates this topic is I get asked a lot, why do people get stuck in the friend zone, how to get out of the friend zone, etc., how to keep a woman's interest after the first date. And so I figured, in talking about the friend zone, let's get to the very heart of the matter, because there are things that you are doing in the very beginning of the date that is getting you siphoned off into the friend zone or disqualifying you as a potential mate. So I'm going to disseminate some information here in this video, and I'm going to help a lot of men and boys. And so if you see this video, please forward it over to a fellow friend of yours. You know, I have a very strong core audience of male viewers. My male viewership has been in the 60 and 70 percentile since I first got on YouTube. And so in the talk show market, for some reason, you know, men get pushed by the wayside. And, you know, part of it is your fault as well, because you don't ask enough questions. You don't let it be known that there are things that you do need to know. So I'm asking you as your big sister, please, you know, if there are topics that you'd like for me to discuss, please send me an email with the topic. If you need personal one-on-one coaching, I'm offering that for a limited amount of time. If you go to my website, TonyaTko.com/coaching, you can get information there on how to speak with me one-on-one. And speaking of my website, ladies or gentlemen, if you're interested in my outfit of the day and the different pieces and components that have gone into this outfit, go over to my website, TonyaTko.com, and just click on the link for outfit of the day. I'll tell you piece by piece what it is that I'm wearing. So men, I want you to think about this first and foremost. You know, in the very beginning, if a woman thinks that you're handsome or interesting and you have an in, that's a very good sign. Think about it. You start with a clean slate, you know, and then somewhere along the lines there are different things that are done that kind of, you know, start to tarnish you, or kind of you begin to wilt in a way. And, you know, the thing is that not wilting and not, you know, starting to falter is very easy to do. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be so simple. Listen, and I'm going to do a diagram for you too. I'm going to pull my board out in a little while, but it's going to be so simple that you're going to be like, oh, why didn't I think of that before? You know, so listen, remember, if you'd like to hear more topics, you need to write to me. You can write to me here on YouTube, on Facebook. You can write to me on my website. I get those most often. So let's talk about the topic, how to ask a woman out on a date, or how to ask a girl out on a date. Oh, you know, I want you to think about this first and foremost, right? And it's like I said, it's going to be elementary. You have a penis, okay? You have a penis. I want you to keep that in mind when we're talking about this whole video. And when we get out of the video, I want you to, you know, pontificate on what it means to have a penis. And I'm going to share some of that with you right now. You have a penis, you are a man, and you have an organ which protrudes from your body, which is integral to the mating process of human beings. Yes. You know, people, this is a quick segue. People often talk about how important women are to the sexual process. But without that erection, honey, there's no sex that can take place. Not at all. None. There's no fertilization that can happen without that erection, because there's no penetration that can happen without an erection. So let's get into the heart of that matter. You have a penis. Your penis gets erect. Your penis goes into a vagina. That makes you the designated giver. I'm going to say that again. Okay. Okay, can you hear me? The light is flashing behind my eyes. Okay, I want you to think about this. You have been designated by nature as the giver. And I want you to think about women. You know, women, we have the concave area, and we have the place on the inside that is so difficult for some people to figure out. You know, and if you think about the nature of a penis is a battering ram of sorts. And if you think about the nature of a vagina, you know, a vagina is like a hospice, or like a coming home place, like a warm sanctuary that covers the the giver. And so women are by nature recipients, and that's what I want you to definitely always keep in mind. This may seem irrelevant, but it's not. Think about this when we talk about the when we talk about the dating process, and I'm going to give you some tips, but I want you to always keep in your mind, you have a penis, you are the giver, she has a vagina, she is the recipient. For women, it is it's much more natural for women to be on the receiving end of an experience, on the receiving end of adulation, on the receiving end of courtship, on the receiving end of semen, on the receiving end of a penis. For many women, I'd say most women, for most women who are heterosexual and in tune with their feminine energy, it's most natural for them to relax and receive. That's what makes women feel taken care of. And a mistake that a lot of men make is they're like, oh, this is the new millennium. Honey, listen, our DNA, none of the DNA that I have is my own. This has all been handed down to me for millennia. Our bodies, our nature is thousands of years old. I do a lot of research in evolutionary psychology, and I interview a lot of men and I interview a lot of women, and there are natural inclinations that men are drawn to and natural inclinations that women are drawn to. Why is it that for the most part you don't see, you know, men, you know, trying to figure out how they can get a rich wife to take care of them so that they can just sit back and be pretty and stuff? I mean, there are some gigolos out there, yes, but it's in man's natural instinct to be the provider and women's natural instinct to be the nurturer. And you know, and there are varying scales of that. Don't get me wrong, all women are not, you know, super Mother Teresa's, and all men are not, you know, Game of Thrones barbarians. No. There are varying degrees of male and feminine energy in all of us. So I want you to think about that. One common mistake that men make in this new millennia is they see women in these high-powered jobs and they're like, oh, you know, she has so many choices, you know, so when asking her out, let me give her some more choices because I know that she likes making decisions. That is biggest mistake numero uno. Listen, the fact that she's already making decisions at work is enough. She doesn't want to have to come into her personal life making all of these decisions as well. Now it's time for the board. You ready? Oh, here we go. All right. Let me lean the board up a little because all that's in the frame is Bubby. Here we go, here we go. You see? Let me tilt it up just a little bit more. Okay, so here we go. All right. So, and I'm all in the shades now. Can't nobody see me. Where's my light? Let me see if I get a light on. No, that light's not plugged in. Oh, these are the things that I should do before the video starts. I thought it was plugged in. All right, let's see. Oh, and that light is doing nothing. All right, so let's get right into the video. Let's go on. All right. Do you know what that is? Yes, that is a penis. Okay, and then on the other side over here, I know. But you know what? Listen, there's a reason. Okay, And do you know, this is a little clitoris right here. Okay? So this is here. Let me go like this. Okay. Can you see that? So let me move this forward. Let me come closer with my board so that you guys can see. Because we're getting elementary now. We're getting down to basics now. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about it. I know it may seem funny, but I'm not joking. Okay. All right. Here we have it. We have, now I'm too close. Okay. So here we have it. On one end, we have a penis. And on the other end, we have a vagina. And in the middle of the vagina is the little clitoris right there. Okay? So let's talk about this. When you go to a woman or girl, when you go to a woman, especially women, because, you know, women have been already asked out on so many dates. You know, when you're dealing with girls, it's a little different because the territory is very new. You may be new to asking out, but she may also be new to going out. But when you're dealing with a woman, this woman has years of already going out. And so, you know, there are some things. Let me get closer. There are some things that women are naturally inclined to liking that sometimes they don't even really know that they like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some secrets here in this video, and some women may not even be able to fully know off the top of their head in their conscious minds that this is something that they're naturally inclined to. But listen, I interview a lot of women, take my word for it, okay? And I do a lot of research about evolutionary psychology, evolutionary biology, and I'm a woman, and I have been asked out on multitudes of dates, and I decided to make this video because one of the most recent people who asked me out on a date disqualified himself after I already told him that I would go out with him, and then we never ended up going out after that because I was not interested in going out anymore. So let's talk about this, because you know what, when we talk about talk shows and we talk about excluding, you know, men from the topics, it doesn't behoove us as women to exclude men from topics of dating and relating, because when you help men, you also help women. So I want to help a lot of men with this video. So make sure you forward this around. Are you ready for my crude drawings now? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Penis and vajayjay. Here we go. When you go to a woman and you say, you know, oh, let's go out, and I'm going to give you some sentences to use as an alternative to, oh, would you like to go out to dinner and a movie with me? Or, oh, I'd like to take you out. I'm going to give you some alternatives to that as well. So here we go. When you go to a woman and you say, what would you like to do? Chop. There goes a piece of your penis chopped off over there. And a piece of your penis is added over there. When you say to a woman, oh, you choose the restaurant. Chop, piece of your penis chopped off over there, and a piece of your penis added over there. When you say things like, oh, can you please get the directions for us? Piece of your penis chopped off over there, and a piece of your penis added over there. When you say things like, you know, oh, what is, tell me what it is that you prefer to do. What is your favorite food? Oh, when is this? When is the best this? Or when, oh, what is it? Just going on and on. Chop, chop, chop. And grow, grow, grow. All of these things lead to the severing of your penis in her mind and the growing of hers. And you see how big and long now her penis is. Woman wasn't meant to carry a penis, and this can be a heavy load and burden for her. So when you do all of that, you choose, when the woman gets inside the car with you and you don't know the directions to the place and you both are lost and she has to pull it up on GPS, chop, 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 your penis shrinks to the point where now you have the little clitoris. Now you have a little nub, let me draw that in brown. You have a little nub clitoris over there. And now do you see how they changed places? So basically what you've done is you've made yourself very unattractive as a man. Unless this woman is a lesbian and she wants to be in a lesbian relationship with a person who doesn't have the soft body parts of a lesbian, you know, who has bristles of hair growing out of his face, stabbing and scraping all over her, and, you know, these hard old muscles and some penis between his legs. So, I'm sorry. Unless you want to be with a woman who doesn't want the benefits of being with another woman, you're not doing yourself any service by behaving in this manner. And I'm going to give you an alternative, because this is not what women want. Women do not want to have to figure out, they don't want to have to go to Zagat's looking up all this information on Zagat's and trying to find out which is the best restaurant. And then listen, you shouldn't even be asking women out to dinner and movies either. Go check out, listen, I did an entire video. Go check out my video, 21 Great First Date Ideas. Go look up some new ideas in there, because this is the time for you to really put it in as a guy, really put it in as a man, and make yourself stand out from the rest of the pack. Let's get right back into the video. Let's go right back into the video. So here we go. Okay. The date is your opportunity to shine. The date is your opportunity to showcase yourself as a man. Showcase the things that it is that you like, to showcase your personality. Showcase your personality, to showcase your hobbies, your likes, your proficiencies, the things that you are into, your adeptness. Here we go. Let me put this aside for one quick second. Get my bowl back out. Okay. I want to talk very seriously and very candidly for a quick second with you guys. All jokes aside, you know, I know I was making some jokes over there about the whole lesbian thing, etc. But I really want to get to the heart of the matter, and I really want to be serious at this point and talk to you. Men, I really need you to understand that, number one, you are a man. You're a man. You know, and I think that a lot of men forget, you know, your male essence and what it is that you bring to the relationship and the energy that you bring to the relationship, which is much needed in a woman and a girl's life. You know, the date is not just an opportunity, you know, it's not just an opportunity for, you know what, it all depends on why you're dating as well. If all you're dating for, you know, is to see how much you can score, you know, you can go to a different source for that. But I think for the most part, men are generally interested in developing fruitful relationships with women. So to put it mildly, you know, the date is a time for you to be able to showcase who you are, showcase your personality, some of your likes, your dislikes, your hobbies, the things that you hold true, you know, your proficiencies, the things that you are adept at, you know, because you are a man after all. So it'd be great to go out on a date and really be able to show some of your strengths and your strong points. So this is why I'm saying you have to be a lot more creative than just dinner. You know, a movie is a horrible time to try to get to know somebody, and you know, dinner doesn't really show who you are as a person. And you need to remember that not only are you taking this woman out on a date, but you're going out on a date too, and you're trying to find somebody who is compatible for you. So it's important that you regard the dating process as not only, you know, you trying to get this soft pretty creature to like you, but there has to be a certain level of you needing and you having qualifications for the type of mate that you want. So the dating process is a great opportunity to be able to find a woman who resonates with you, who's on the same vibe as you, somebody who's compatible with you, somebody who, I'm going to write this on the board. Let me get the board again. Here we go. All right. You want to find somebody who is compatible. You want to find somebody who has similar tastes. You want to find somebody who has mutual values. And you'll always hear me talking about these same words, values and goals. You want somebody who has congruent goals. And you want somebody who has complementary styles. So you want somebody who has complementary styles. A style that's complementary to yours. I did a video, and the video is entitled the 10 mate must-haves, and I talk about the different styles that you need to look for in a woman. I'll put the link right over here. I'll put the link in this part of the video. Put it right there so that you can click right through to that. So you want somebody, so you want to find a woman who can resonate with you on many different levels. Somebody who has taste, values, goals, and styles which are similar to your own. And these are things that you'll find out during the dating process. So it's not just about appeasing a woman, you know, trying to make her happy. This is about making you happy as well, so that you can find somebody who you can settle down with. Like, for example, if the life of surfing is something that's really important to you, doesn't make sense to date a person who hates the beach, hates beach life, will never come to the beach, thinks sand is stupid, thinks surfers are stupid, etc. You know, just because she's pretty doesn't mean that she's a good match for you. And I think that a lot of men have to take more time vetting and qualifying women, because it seems like the criteria that you have is so small that you end up chasing after women or being put in the friend zone by women who can tell that you're not right for them, but for some reason you do not, it doesn't connect with you, that's not a good union for you two, for whatever reason. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how, so if these are all the wrong things to do, what do we do? How do we do the right thing? How do we get the right? I don't want to use a whole nother sheet of paper. Give me 1 second. Let me get my tape. You see my tape shaped like a shoe? Isn't that cute? All right. I'm going to talk to you guys about the come with technique. And this is something that's really effective. It takes the pressure off so that you don't have to feel nervous about. So this is called come with. And this is a technique that will revolutionize your dating world. Okay? The first sentence is, and you can please use these. I'm writing them down so that you can use them. Okay. I'm going to be blank on blank. So this will be I'm going to be at Yankee Stadium Park. I'm going to be at such and such a bar, or I'm going to be somewhere, right? And this is the date or the date. This is the place, and this is the date. I'm going to be blank on blank. And then you ask, would you like to meet me there? So here we go. Would you like to meet me there? So that's the first sentence. Second sentence is, every blank, I blank. So this is the day right here, or the date. Every first of the month, every first of March, every summer, every whatever, right? And I'm going to tell you why you're doing this, okay? And this is the activity right here, the activity or the outing or whatever, right? And you ask, would you like to come with? Would you like to come with? And then the next sentence is, and I like this sentence, blank is my favorite. My favorite, here we go. Blank is my favorite. And this is activity or whatever. This is my favorite outing, activity, place to go, or whatever, right? And then you ask, would you like to try? Would you like to try this? paintballing is my favorite activity. Simulated whatever is my favorite. Comic-Con is my favorite place to go. Whatever. Would you like to try it? And then listen up, boys. This is the advanced technique right here. And then you go, this is advanced here, separate from the rest. This is what you do when you really want to wow, but you have to deliver. You have to deliver. There is this activity blank. I like to blank. And you have to say, you will love it. This is advanced now, I'm telling you. This is advanced. You will, and stress that she will love it. And then you should say, you should try it. Try it. And then you ask her if she would like to come with. And I'm going to tell you why that last sentence. You can take your time and write that. You can pause the video and write that down. And I am going to get my seats back and go into why this works so well. Here we go. Why does this work so well? And it's still too low. Okay, there we go. Why does this work so well? And why is it that I'm suggesting that you do this? Number one, it takes away all of the pressure from having to call it a date. It takes away all of the pressure from the rejection, because if she says no, I mean, you've already given the indication that you're going to be doing it anyway. You know, it takes the pressure off of her. It takes the pressure off of you, you know, and especially for younger guys, you know, you can set up outings in which other friends are going to be around so that everybody can be together and you guys can get to know each other, you know, a little bit that way. But you have to get cool friends who are not going to be jealous and hate or try to block you. You know what I mean? So that's a great opportunity for you to be able to get an outing out of it that way. You know, if there's a soda shop you like to go to, or a place in the mall or whatever. You know, just say, this is, I love playing video games at Dave & Buster's every Saturday. Would you like to meet us there? I mean, how would anybody? There's no pressure. There's no buildup of there having to be a date, you having to perform, etc., etc. So especially for younger guys, you know, asking out in that way is a great way to get your confidence up, you know, so that rejection is minimal. Try it and then come back and comment and let me know how that worked out for you. So, you know, the come with approach is perfect because number one, you'll already be doing there. You've shown that this is something that you like to do. You do it with consistency. Your fun is not contingent upon her. And you know what? That's part of the problem that a lot of guys do. They make their entire world, the entire everything contingent upon this young lady. And you know what? Young ladies will test you. They will. They'll test you to see just how, you know what? We're going to talk about this in a whole nother video because I need to do how not to get stuck in the friend zone, because a girl will test you. Just like, you know, guys test girls to see if they'll give it up on the first night. You know, women will test to see how easy it is to get these emotions out of you. You know, there are people who talk about how women love these thugs and all this other stuff, and that's not the case. You know, women like to be treated nicely. There's a certain behavioral pattern that is exhibited by people who are a little more alpha. And one of those behavioral patterns is that the guy, he is not easily swayed. He's not easily changed and manipulated. He's not easily contorted, and he takes care of business. You know, for example, when it's time for you to go on the date, please, I implore you, take care of all, I can't stress this enough. Take care of all of the the ins and outs of it beforehand. Find out the directions on how to get there. Don't get lost, and if you do, handle it. Get yourself some GPS. Make sure you have your phone with you that can do some GPS, or have the directions written out very explicitly. Don't get lost, because the last thing you want to do is be flapping and flailing around expecting her to save you. That the chopping off, you want to see chop off of a penis and the growing of hers? Please, so that she has the burden of having to make all these decisions and make all these choices for the both of you. That's not what she wants. So if you're going to do the dinner, get the reservations. If you're going to do paintball, reserve the paintball spot, reserve all the stuff. And then when you're with her, find out what are some of the favorite things that she likes to do just through ordinary conversation. Whatever it is that she orders. Let's say she orders corn on the cob, toasted with lime and what do you call this, cheese and some, I can't think of the cheese, but they put this certain type of cheese on roasted corn. If she orders that way, the next time that you guys meet up, order her favorite things, so that she knows, A, that you're listening, so that she knows that she can count on you, that she can depend on you to take care of her, etc., etc. Keep all of these things in mind. And remember, you have a penis. You are a giver. She is naturally a recipient. So the more that you can do, let me give you one little tidbit before I end the video. And I wanted to make the video under 30 minutes, but I'm going to give you this one little tidbit so that you will know. Listen, men and women are very different. They're very different. And women are not that complicated. But since I'm a woman, you know, I understand the ins and outs of being female a lot better than you probably do, because you are probably used to things being a lot more straight up, out in the open. Let's talk about porn and pornography right now. Speaking of having a penis, let's talk about porn. For men, an exciting visual stimuli or an exciting stimuli is to see this wide open bladder, or, you know, to see some things pouring or tumbling out. You know, that is exciting for a man. But when you look on the flip side of it, you know, Playgirl magazines and, you know, these strip clubs, yeah, they're out there for the bridal parties and, you know, when a girl wants to have a wild night out. But you don't see women, and you don't listen. Think about it. You ever seen a little girl sneaking off to look at pictures of some penis? The same way you see little boys sneaking off to look at pictures of vagina? No, you don't see girls doing that. What girls do is they read romance novels. Let me just hip you to something so that you can take this off and you can use it, this information, how you need to use it. Okay. Girls and women read romance novels. In these romance novels, there's always a strong character. The strong character overwhelms her with his charms, or at first maybe they don't get along, but there's something so potent about his charms and his overwhelming desire for her and his strength and machismo as a man that is not swayed by her, does not stop, and continues to do what it is that he needs to do. She gets caught up in this whirlwind of taboo. She gets caught up in this life of fantasy, or this fantastic courtship, and she's just overwhelmed and just goes with the flow into pleasures and just ecstasy unbridled and untold. This is part of the reason that the last sentence is my favorite on the list. When you tell a young lady that there's something that you like to do and that you are sure that she is going to love it, you are setting the stage for a real life fantasy come true for that young lady. And you set the stage that this is something that she's going to love. So she's going to go into it like, wow, I'm going to love this. Make sure that it's something fun. And if she doesn't love it, if it's something you love and she doesn't love it, listen, the mere fact that you set everything up, that you organize the whole paintball thing, and that you organize the whole beach outing, or you organize the whole horseback riding or everything, just the mere fact that you organize all of that is going to get her caught up and swept up in romance. You know, the things that you want to do, or the things that you want to continue to perpetuate, which are the things that are indicative of a person who has a penis. You know, being the provider, being the giver, being the protector, things like that, making sure that everything is taken care of. And then, you know, listen, I hate that I have to stress this, but please pay. Pay. Open up your wallet and pay. Let that young lady feel taken care of. Let her know that if she put you at the head of the household, that you're going to be able to handle business. Let her know that you are in your rightful place as a man and that you understand that you are a giver. Let her be able to receive. Let her be able to take that in. And you know, unfortunately, we need to talk about the special dynamic that exists in the Black community with young ladies who do not have fathers in the home. These young women, they just need a little bit more patience with getting used to male energy. Do not let yourself be punked or any of that. You know, to have some patience, but always have a backbone. Watch my video on Do Good Girls Like Bad Boys. I'll put the link around as well. So, and then, you know, one thing that was controversial in that video that I did on why good girls like bad boys, to flower or not to flower. Should you bring flowers on your first date? And I'm going to emphatically say, hell no. I know I didn't have to be that dramatic. But no, do not bring flowers on your first date. It sets an unrealistic precedent from which you will have to ascend or rise above. Because if flowers are the norm, you're going to have to, like a seal, be able to jump through higher and higher hoops along the way, because flowers now become the standard. And then if it doesn't continue to happen, she's going to wonder what's the matter, etc., etc. Do not get flowers. Especially don't get roses, and then especially do not get red roses on a first date. If she's so beautiful and she's so delicate like a flower, and you love flowers yourself, and you want to get her flowers, one, ichi, wehed, one, just one, uno, that's it, one, just one flower, one daisy or one buttercup or one anything, just one. And make sure that it's not, and if you do want to get a rose, make sure it's not a red rose. Get an orange rose or a white rose or a yellow rose or a fuchsia or a purple rose, a green rose, something off the cuff. But do not bring a whole bouquet of flowers. I can talk about that in a whole video. But listen, I know that guys don't like to watch longer videos, but I'm hoping that this video can help the people who need the help. So pass it around. Come to my website, TonyaTko.com. Come to my Facebook page, facebook.com/TonyaTko show. Twitter.com/TonyaTko. I'm on Instagram and Pinterest as @TonyaTko. And remember, I need more feedback from the men so that I can continue to do these videos weekly. Every Man Day will be the first day of the week after Sunday. Man Day here at the TonyaTko show. Give me a hug. Hug me, hug me, hug me. Yes, I know. Get close to me. What a view, huh? Yes, get close to me, hug me. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I had fun making this video. If you enjoyed this video, please do pass it around. Leave your comments below. I would love your feedback. Men, please write to me. Not with detailed, personalized problems. General theme issues, like topics for videos. If you need personalized help with a specific issue, that's one-on-one coaching. And you can find that tab on TonyaTko as well. So listen, I love you guys very much. Make sure you, Make sure you love one another, but most importantly, let me hear you say it. Most importantly, that's right, love yourself. That's not just a message that goes to women. That's a message that goes to all human beings. Men, you must love yourself too, so that if you're not getting what you need, and if you're not treated in a way that you need to be treated, you have to walk away. Remember my diagram. Watch the video all over again if you need to. Anyway, TonyaTko, and I'm out. Peace. And remember, for the outfit of the day, come over to the website, TonyaTko.com. Peace.